Hello and welcome. Today we are going to do a quick tutorial on ways to customize a yogi squat. So for a yogi squat, it is traditionally, we bring our feet about hip width apart, our toes point out, and then we bend our knees completely down. Elbows go into knees, hands are at heart center, and this is our yogi squat. A really great customization for this is to grab a block and set it down. I call this level 3. So this would be level 1, this would be level 2, and this would be level 3 with a block. If you don't have a block, a large book, a coffee can, or maybe if your kids have a box of juice boxes, those work. So whatever you can kind of find at home, and you set your sit bones on top of the block, and then the knees over the ankles, toes are pointed out, elbows into knees, hands at heart center. And so here is our first customization of a yogi squat using a block. A second customization would be coming up to stand, having the feet about hip width, bending the knees, toes pointed out, bending the knees, bringing hands to heart center, and doing our squat up here. Another customization, if you're doing your practice at home, or if you are in class and you're able to be close to a wall, this is a wonderful customization. So you lay down onto your back. Get sit bones fairly close to the wall or touching the wall. Feet come onto the wall and then slide them down, bending the knees, elbows come up, hands are at heart center, and you're using the wall here. Feet are nice and flat on the wall. And from here, you can play with your depth of how deep your knees go down, or if they're up here higher a bit on the wall, hands at heart center. So you can really play with that. The wall is really nice to help really feel the position and to really open up and get that really good stretch with yogi squat. And it's a little bit more gentle and kinder as well. Another way that we can customize the yogi squat is by using a chair. So with the chair, you can become seated onto the chair, sit bones go towards the edge of the chair, toes go out, knees are over ankles, hands are at heart center. So this can be a yogi squat in a chair. I also have quite a big stack of blocks here. So I have 3 blocks. So we can place a stack here. And again, you don't have to use blocks. Anything you can find at home that you can stack, blocks of wood, whatever, even pillows could work. So if you place the blocks here, you can put the feet up on to the blocks to heighten the knees, which creates more of that squat that you get from the yogi squat. And hands can come to heart center, or you can bring elbows into knees up here as well for your yogi squat. So this is also another great alternative where you're seated, you're using the blocks. And you don't have to use them this high. You can go down here or down to just one, just creating a little bit of height as opposed from having them on the floor, creates that motion that you get with the yogi squat a little bit more. But by no means do you have to have it. Your feet can completely be on the ground as well for that. So these are just a few ways that I like to customize my yogi squat to make it work for my body, depending on how it's feeling that day. And I hope that some of these ideas work for you. And if you have any other ideas, please drop them in the comments. And you can find me at Just Cologne on Instagram. Have a beautiful day.